let me talk about this real quick. Also, did y'all see when Cameron was on his show talking about his lineage as a Black American? This is very interesting. I really wanted to talk about this. I'm gonna share this clip real quick. What he said. This is fair use, by the way. Fair use. Listen to what Cameron said real quick.
Honest with you. I'm be totally honest with you. And I know we got to get back to our topics. We already a few minutes in. I'd rather feeling Black than African American. Because Africans don't even fuck with us.
Wow.
Because they don't.
And Americans do?
Well, you're American, Mace. You're born in America. When you go to the Olympics, and when I say African American, you go over there, they call us Yankees and all that. They fuck with us, but we're not from the motherland. We're from America. So I'd rather say I'm a Black American. When we go to the Olympics.
All right, so I'll play that real quick. Let that digest for a minute. So Cameron has been on. I saw on Black Twitter, folks was talking about this situation where he says we're Black American. That made perfect sense to me. That made perfect sense to me. Now, Tariq Nasheed, if anybody listens to him, he coined the term foundational Black American, because when you say Black American, they can kind of mix it up. But what he said, I feel like Cameron, what he said was true, you know. And I've even had one of my friends who's half Nigerian. She even commented towards that and said it's the truth. She said that Nigerians, the Nigerian family she has, don't even consider Black Americans real Africans. So I saw some people saying, why are we delineating? Why are you delineating? Well, it's true. Think about this. Like Cameron was about to say, if you go to the Olympics, right? You got Kenya Kenyans represent Kenya. Jamaicans represent Jamaica. Now, aren't Kenyans African? Aren't Jamaicans African? Aren't Haitians African? We have African lineage, but we're a different ethnic group. So the fact that we are delineating, because it's a movement going on right now, because if you listen about reparations and all that, Black Americans, which is freedmen, American freedmen, some called it descendants of slaves. We have lineage here to this country because we are the foundation of this country. We built it. We haven't been in Africa in thousands of years. My lineage is here. I'm Black American. I don't have anybody in my family that's from somewhere else. My family's roots are in Alabama, Hope Hull, Alabama, to be exact. And then the Carolinas, for sure. Some up north, but we migrated to different parts. But what Cameron said was true. We are Black Americans, and it's okay for us to delineate and say that we're that, because if you ask a Haitian, they don't call themselves African Haitian or Haitian Africans. They don't call themselves Jamaican Africans. We're the only people here in America that call ourselves African American. We label a whole continent. That's what they gave us, by the way. But we say African American. I don't say that no more. I stopped saying African Americans like some years ago. That's a relatively new term too, because Jesse Jackson came up with that back in the 80s. But we are Black Americans. Like, Africans don't rock with us for real. Now, not every African, but a lot of them say, you're not from the motherland. I'm from the motherland. You ain't from the motherland. Those are katas. You hear they call us derogatory terms. They have their own terms for us. And if you ask anybody with Nigerian parents, if you ask anybody with Haitian parents, or people from the diaspora, they'll say, stay away from those Americans. Those Americans, they project babies, they baby mamas, all this other stuff. We know about that. We know about that. So what Cameron said wasn't wrong. And I don't think it's a problem saying that this is my ethnic group. This is my lineage. I'm a Black American. I'm not from anywhere else, but shout out to everybody that is. And in a perfect world, we could all be Pan-African, but we see how that goes. If you go to Ethiopia right now, could I just go get a citizenship and say, yes, I'm Ethiopian? They're going to look at you, nigga, are you crazy? Or if I say I am African, they go like, are you crazy? No. No, you're American. You're a kata. You know what I'm saying? So, but I feel everything what Cameron was saying. Now, I know it was different people from different parts of the world who are African or Black, they're Black, but they were just like, the thing is, when they come over here and try to blend in with us, then if we're saying we're Black American, we're foundational Black Americans, they have issues with it. But like I said, Jamaicans, have you ever heard a Jamaican refer to themselves as African? You know what I'm saying? You haven't heard that. people over here, even like when you look at different ethnic groups when it comes to white folks. Now you have Irish white people, you have Italian white people, which they weren't really considered white, like the Anglo-Saxons and them. And this is a little history lesson. They weren't really considering them white until later, until after slavery, to be honest, and Reconstruction and all that stuff. But yeah, the whole thing is we shouldn't be shamed and be the only people in this country that has to tie our lineage to a continent that we haven't lived on for centuries. Like right now, you could trace your lineage back, and we have DNA that comes from Africa. Like I did ancestry.com, and I have DNA that's in Africa. I'm got some percentages of Nigerian in me for sure, but I don't know anybody Nigerian I'm related to. You know what I'm saying? We've been far removed. The places that we're probably even from Africa aren't even there anymore. They're not even there. Like the governments and everything that existed back then, the tribes or whatever that we came from, the countries back then, they don't even exist anymore. So we shouldn't be held to that regard. Now it's okay to represent that we are like African if everybody else does it, but everybody else don't do it. We're removed from that, and it's okay. It's okay because Cubans are African too. Puerto Ricans are African. Really, the whole world comes from Africa, but y'all get what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with us in our lineage saying that we're Black American or foundational Black American or American freedmen or I think B1 is one. There are a couple of other terms that people have used, but we are like we're American. If we go to the Olympics right now, my black ass, they would say that he's American. They wouldn't say he's the Black American. He's an American. But one thing that we all have in common, whether you're from Kenya, whether you're from Zimbabwe, whether you're from Haiti, whether you're from Jamaica, whether you're from America, they all look at us as what? One big nigga. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Now we realize that here, but like when people come over here from other countries, they try to act like it's different. You know what I'm saying? So nah, we are all one big nigga at the end of the day. And like I said, in a perfect world, and see, that's what white folks got. They have the advantage over us because they delineate, but they also get on code. You know, like at that time back then, they were like, okay, I don't like these Irish people, or I don't like these Italians. I don't consider them really white, but for the sake of this country, we're gonna say everybody's white. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they might fight amongst each other, fight against each other and stuff like that, but they are on code when it comes to it. But with us, we don't have that same energy. So that sucks. But I had to get on that and talk about that real quick. So I agree with you, Cam. And Dr. Umar had something to say about it. Dr. Umar was trying to go at Cam and saying that I forgot what Umar was saying, but Umar be on some other shit. I don't agree with Umar. If y'all want to see what Umar said, go to his page because he wrote like a whole dissertation. And I'm like, I ain't finna read all that. I agree with Cameron on that.